Hariom, this is Mary Burris of Flowering Cactus and Rethink Fitness. And I want to show you what I call the magic stretch. It was actually shared with me by my chiropractor, and it's for all these muscles from up here in the psoas and the lower back area, all the way down the hamstrings into the calves, the Achilles, all of that stuff. If you have any irritation or pain there, this is the stretch for you. So basically, I'm going to take a yoga block. I used to use my Shakespeare anthology because it's also very big. And how far you're going to put this block away from a wall, or in this case, a door, is completely determined by how tight your hamstrings are. Now, I'm actually going to move this rug. There we go. And you'll figure it out pretty quickly. So I'm sorry about the noise of this door. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to put the middle of the balls of my feet, or the bottom of the balls of my feet. The bottom is under here. It's not up by the toes. You don't want to do this with your toes. So I'm putting that on, and my heel is on the floor. So that's going to happen with both feet, heels on the floor. So my weight is actually in my heels, but it's also being dispersed by this door or a wall or wherever you're going to do this. I've seen people do this same kind of stretch on stairs where they have their balls of their feet on a stair and their heels are hanging down, they're holding on to the rails. That's great, but this stretch is superior. I've also seen people put their toes up against a wall and have their heel on the floor and then lean into the wall. That's fine too, but this stretch is superior. And I'm going to tell you the magic ingredient of this magic stretch. If a muscle is engaged, if it's engaged, so working to hold you up or do whatever it needs to do, then it cannot relax. Engagement and relaxation are opposites, okay? So when you're standing on a step and you've got your heels hanging down and you're holding on the rails, your calf is still making you stand upright. Therefore, it is working, and it is not as relaxed as it can be. Same thing if you are putting your toe up against a wall and your heel's on the floor and you're leaning in. Same thing, your calf is still holding you up. So it can't completely relax. And a lot of times, tight calves are what's causing pain and all of these other things all the way up the movement chain up to your hips. And sometimes further up. So this is the deal. The reason this works best is, yes, my calves are still somewhat engaged because I am upright, I'm sure, but I'm leaning against this door, so the energy that it takes to hold me up is being dispersed by this thing, and so my calves are able to relax. So to let them relax even more, I suggest taking some deep breaths, deep belly breaths. Long, slow, deep breaths. So how long do you want to be up on this, staying in this position? Minimum 5 minutes. Minimum. 10 minutes is fine. 8, 10 minutes is great. But minimum 5, because it takes that long for all of these muscles to relax. And it'll make a huge difference. When you come off of this, you might feel like you're going to fall forward a little bit because everything is going to be a lot looser. So just in order to stay here for 5 minutes, you might want to watch TV, as long as it's not really violent, upsetting TV. Listen to a podcast, listen to whatever, but set a timer. So I didn't set a timer for this. So I really have no idea how long we've been doing this, but once you understand this stretch, you can set it up on your own without this video, and you can set a timer, and there you go. So I'm going to come out of it. You don't have to if you haven't been in long enough. But just 1 foot at a time, and very carefully, remember, because all of this stuff, it feels so good, will be stretched out, and you might feel like you're gonna go forward. All right, so that's the magic stretch, and it's amazing for runners, cyclists, climbers, anybody who uses their calves a lot, tennis players, etc. If your calves are tight, if your hamstrings are tight, if your hips, psoas are tight, this is the stretch. All right, enjoy, and if you have any questions, go ahead and private message me. Thanks. Bye.